What's up, you guys? Drew, Dirty Mitten Media, with a quick stimulus update, man. And I just wanted to make the announcement on our channel that they have come to an agreement. The powers that be in Washington have come to an agreement on a stimulus. Basically, I'm just going to get to what people want to hear. It's that you're going to receive a $600 check if you make under $100,000 in income. You're going to make, if you're unemployed, you're going to get enhanced unemployment, $300 a week on top of what you already make. I did want to address one thing. What's going to happen is this. It's probably going to be signed into law sometime before Christmas by Donald Trump. They're voting on it today, I think, particularly. They're going to vote on it as far as the stimulus bill, particularly. They're going to vote on it today. I think they're going to vote on both bills as far as the government shutdown is concerned as well. So the one thing that I have, the one gripe for one, they cut the checks in half. And at this point, the virus is the amount of cases is worse. The virus is worse than it was. The pandemic is at a worse point than it was in March when they gave us $1,200 checks. So I just don't understand why we're being shortchanged at this point. But they said that there could be another stimulus bill in the works when Joe Biden takes office after this transition of power, which is in January. So I think that anyone with, basically they're saying anyone with their information, with their debit card, if they have your debit card information, then you should be expecting a direct deposit anywhere between like the 27th or I think maybe the 30th, and like anytime after the 30th. I know that they sent them out on that Monday last time, you know what I'm saying? On a Monday, and they came on like a Wednesday. So anytime after the 30th, if they have your direct deposit information, you could be getting a check that soon. They're going to try to get them out to people as fast as possible. Same thing with the unemployment. I think even if you have a lapse in coverage, as far as you may have a couple of weeks that you don't get paid because everybody's coverage is about to run out. Everybody's is only covered for a certain amount of weeks. Everyone's shit runs out on the 26th, no matter what. So we may have a lapse. Everyone's going to have a little lapse in payment, but it may be a couple weeks, and then you're going to start getting your unemployment. Anybody that's waiting on a paper check is going to and is on unemployment as well will get your unemployment before you get a paper check. As far as the stimulus bill, as far as the stimulus check, you're only getting a $600 check. I think that they'll probably be taking out child support again. I haven't looked into that 100%, but I think that it's the same as last time. I haven't heard anything different or anything otherwise. So I think that if you owe child support, they'll probably take it out of the stimulus. I would assume that that's the way that it's going to be. I don't agree with them. This is really shitty of them for telling all dependents over 18 that they would be included in this bill for 3 months. The last 3 months that they've been negotiating on this bill, really since they started negotiating this bill, they've been telling the people that didn't get the check last time, the dependents over 18, a lot of those people aren't really taken care of by their parents. Some of these people are in college. It's just their parents still claim them for tax purposes. Now, during the whole negotiations, through the entire process, these people have been told that they will be receiving a check this time. And now that the bill has been released, they've been excluded. So I think that is really fucking shitty. That's terrible. And I feel for anybody because a lot of those people are struggling and are getting no fucking help. And that's not right. Especially to tell these people that they're waiting on a check, that they'll be receiving a stimulus check this time around. And then last second at midnight, you guys change the fucking rules. You guys change your mind. So that's not right. That's my one major gripe about this, and the fact that they cut it in half. I think we should have probably got the 600 once again. And because people are dealing with a lot right now, man. People should have they're being told that they can't work if you're at all in the restaurant industry. You have to switch industries or you can't work. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to get into the amount of people struggling right now, but there is supposed to be eviction prevention. There's supposed to be eviction loans to help people pay their loans. Or I don't know if it's a loan or if it's just like a grant or a stimulus, but there's supposed to be some help with loans or with rent. There's supposed to be help with rent as well. So I just think this bill is not perfect. There's a lot of people that are still going to be disappointed, but I think people should be grateful that we're receiving anything from the government, the federal government. With that being said, because the federal government always drags their feet on this type of shit. But at least we're getting something. We're getting some relief when we've had months of none. So I'm going to try to be positive and try to be an optimist and say, at least we're getting some relief. And in Michigan, we're the only state in the country right now that made a vote to use the extra money left over from the CARE Act and give it to some of the unemployed people. You're eligible, after they vote on it today, any unemployed person is eligible for a $1,650 check through the state of Michigan. So look into that. That's not a part of the new stimulus bill. That's money left over from the CARES Act. So look into that, because if you're unemployed, you're probably eligible to get a one-time check of $1,600. So $1,650. So make sure you look into that, because they just signed a $465, or they just voted on a $465 million bill to reallocate the money that was left over and to give it to some of the people and businesses and to help the people that are struggling in Michigan, man. I'm glad that they found a way to do something with this money. Otherwise, every state's going to have to give it back to the federal government, who's going to misuse the funds. So use it for the people that need it in your state. Come on, man. And so big up to our state of Michigan. What's up? You know what I mean? Good shit. Look into that, because if you're unemployed, you're probably eligible. And I think that you'll be getting the stimulus from the state of $1,600, the stimulus, because that's going to be a one-time payment, like a stimulus. So look into it. But you're already eligible for the $600 stimulus. If you got it last time, you'll be getting it this time. And the $300 extra enhanced, $300 a week enhanced unemployment for 11 weeks. It runs out after 11 weeks, but at least that's some help for 11 weeks. That's an extra $600 every time that you certify. So if you haven't yet, go to your state's unemployment website and file for PUA if you haven't, and look into it, because this is for you. If you are a gig worker, if you are an independent contractor, anything like that, self-employed, PUA is for you. Look into it if you haven't yet, because even if you didn't get it with the CARES Act, you're still eligible. You're still eligible for this money. So even if you didn't get it before, you'll get it now. So look into it, man. Look into it. Yeah, man. And look into the $1,650 that they're giving people in Michigan, if you live in Michigan, our great state of Michigan, man. So, yeah, man, I just wanted to touch on those things. I feel bad for the dependents, too, who've been told for months that they'd be included, and they're not being included. But I just wanted to bring you guys a little bit of good news, because there's been so much bad news. At least they got a deal finished, and people can be expecting some sort of help. But it's your boy, man, Drew, Dirty Mitten Media, and I'm out of here.